the teacher!
Hey guys, in this video we're trying to figure out what the equation of a line is if we're given 2 points. This is kind of a continuation of how you found slope given 2 points, because then if you remember what the equation of a line is, y equals mx plus b. At this point you should already know how to calculate m given 2 points. After that, it's a combination of substituting your slope value with one of your points that you were given for your y and your x. Then the only thing you'd have to solve for is your b value, and then plug it all back in to the equation of a line. So let's go through an example. I did this example in the previous video. We're going to use the same numbers just so that you can see the relationship between these concepts. So determine the equation of a line that passes through A 4, 7 and B 1, 12. So let's pretend we don't know what m is. I know we did it in the last video, but we don't know what it is if we're just given this first. So I'm going to use the equation m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Again, if you know what this is, you can just write it as delta y over delta x if you're lazy. But for those of you who don't, just write it out like this. So I'm going to make my a value my this is going to be my x1, this is going to be my y1, and I'm going to make my b my x2, and this one's my y2. You don't have to label it if you're comfortable, but that's totally up to you. So my y2 value is 12 subtract y1, which in this case is a 7. Everything over my x2 value, which is 1, subtract my x1 value, which is 4. So 12 minus 7 is 5. So I'm going to put that in purple. I'll do that in black actually. So that's equal to 5 over negative 3. So my slope is negative. It doesn't really matter where you put the negative sign. If you want, you can move this up into the middle so that it's not denoted as the denominator. So I'm going to just put it neutrally in the, oh, that looks awful. Sorry. I'll rewrite this. So this is negative 5 over 3. So I have my m value. I can plug it into the y equals mx plus b formula. So if I had y equals m, I know my m value is negative 5 over 3 now. X plus some value of b. Any of these two coordinates would work for y and x. You can choose whichever one you want. It doesn't matter because these 2 points are on the line if we were to graph it. So your y-intercept would be the same. So I'm just going to use the a value as my y and my x. So y in this case was 7 is equal to negative 5 over 3. The x value was 4. And I don't know what my b value is. So if we were to simplify this, if you remember as a fraction, 4 all whole numbers are over 1. And if we're multiplying fractions, you go straight across. So numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So 7 is equal to negative 5 times 4, which is negative 20, over 3 times 1, which is 3. Plus my b value, which I still don't know yet. So I need to bring this fraction over to the other side. If you wanted to multiply everything by the common denominator, you can do that. I'm just going to keep it, common multiple if you multiply everything by the common multiple, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to add 20 over 3. Because 20 over 3 minus 20 over 3, they cancel out to be 0. So I will have 7 plus 20 over 3, and the only thing that's left on the other side is my b value. I need to make these common denominators, so if this was over oops, if this was over 1, how do I make these the same? I can multiply my 7 times 3 for both of them, for common denominators. It was the common multiples where you would multiply everything on the numerator by 3. So 7 times 3 is 21 over, and the 1 times 3 is 3, plus 20 over 3 equals b. I gotta extend my page. So 20 over 3 plus 21 over 3. So 41 over 3 is my b value. So if I were to rewrite my y equals mx plus b, I'll put my final answer in blue. Y equals m, which was my negative 5 over 3. So y equals negative 5 over 3 x plus 41 over 3.